box has Jewish and mystic spirituality books. Or column 2, which has 2 boxes of books, and it's really a miscellaneous mishmash of stuff in those 2 boxes. So do you have a preference, or shall I just start with the children's and work my way along? Up to you. Miscellaneous it is. All right, let me just move this box over. Also move the Australian Shepherd that's in the way over. Put it beside me. Oh God, that's heavy. It's a heavy box of books, that's for sure. So if you're new to my book shows, I sell by category weight. Watch books hide in miscellaneous. This is true. Although I honestly can't remember ever seeing a watch book. Otherwise I would have told you. But okay. So what I do is I weigh it. Then I do my weights. So this is medium pin. And today, you know what? Today we're going to go down to $3. So let me just edit this for a second. For most things, we are going to go down to $3 today because I can. Apply. What just happened? Save changes. There we go. Hey, the Faja, how are you? Good morning. All right. $2 for small books, $3. Large books are going to go down to $4 today. And extra large books are going to go down to $6 today. And every once in a while, I will move that even lower. So there we go. All right. So we're starting off with a medium book. This one does have damage. It's Alice in Wonderland. It's a 1955 copy of Alice in Wonderland. The cover is just awesome. Just having that on a shelf like that, I think that's just awesome. So I have to be careful as I show this to you because the cover is coming off. So it does have writing inside. Look at these images in here. There are some really great images in here. I just saw another one. Where did it go? My fingers are not working today. There. So this one is 1955 by obviously Lewis Carroll. Alice in Wonderland, MCMLV. So 1955, right? 1955. 1955. I'm going to run that for, you know what? Today, let's do $2 on her to start things off. 10 seconds. Alice in Wonderland, 1955. It's not in perfect condition. Good morning, CB and Megan and everyone else who's come in. Welcome. Loki, no. He's just bringing me one toy after another. Good morning. Okay, no worries. Next up, in the box of miscellaneous, I'm just going to grab a pile. Ooh. No, back. What is this? Oh, this might be music, Donna. This might be music related. Hypnogus, Walkaway Renee, the work of Hypnogus, Walkaway Renee. Oh no, it's not music. Maybe it's not music. Paper Tiger. Artist managed. Oh no, record companies. It says record companies. Pagan 1978 Hypnogus. Hello to you. This is not the beginning chronologically. What we've done in I don't know. Hypnogus? I don't know what this is. Oh wait, it said I should read the back. A book of designs and photographs for rock and roll bands. Ooh. Including work for Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, 10cc, Genesis, Wings, Yes, Wishbone, Ash, UFO, Climax Blues Band, the Cortinas, Peter Gabriel, Bebop Deluxe. Oh, it's a very long list. Gonna read the whole list. So these are all, I guess, this company, Hypnogus, designs for, oh dear. Designs for You have that book? It's album covers? You have it already. It's very cool, actually. 1978. So it's all about how they do their design in 1978 for all these album covers. And oh my gosh, this is very cool. Is that Black Sabbath I just saw? All right. Well, today only $3. Running now for 10 seconds. Hypnogus design album music design. No worries. Okay, next up. South Africa in black and white. Let me just double check the weight. Yep, we're still good. South Africa's history. This was written by these two guys. This was written in, oh, it does have a dedication to somebody wrote in it, but it's not the authors. 1987. 1987. South Africa in black and white. I'm going to... The pics look great framed. I bet you they do. That'd be good, like, for an ephemera project for somebody. Hi, Sleek Styles. Yep, feel free to ask your question. Alrighty. Ooh, this one's cool. Chicago Blues as seen from the inside. When Rayburn Flourish was asked to take a picture of Memphis Slim in 1959, he began a career that would produce some of the most fascinating and important photos ever taken of blues musicians. Oh, look at that, somebody. Contact Whatnot. Definitely contact Whatnot about that, Sleek Styles. If it says that it's been delivered, then the customer needs to contact Whatnot to if they're saying it wasn't delivered, because if the system says it's delivered, then it's delivered. So this was written in 2000. So this is the history of blues through photography. Chicago Blues through photography. I'm going to run that for 10 seconds. Running now. Chicago Blues as seen from the inside. There's some pretty iconic people in here. Awesome. Next up in the box, what do we have? St. Lawrence Seaway Project, 1940. It happened. DJE says it happened to you the other day. You contact, so you should contact Whatnot and get the buyer to contact Whatnot. So do it on both sides is my recommendation. So I usually tell the buyer I'll contact Whatnot, but you should as well, because Whatnot will just contact them anyways. Yeah, and sometimes it's just a mistake in the system, and sometimes so this is 1940. Sometimes it's another thing. CB says that happened to me. I logged a ticket with Canada Post and they were able to locate the package. Yeah, so sometimes the best thing to do is to get Whatnot to look into it, because then they can make an inquiry. But yeah, the buyer can also, as CB says, as a buyer, the buyer can also contact, or you can contact Canada Post. Next time you go to your post office, bring the information. In fact, like print off a copy of the label so you can get them to scan it and see where it's supposed to be. So this is the 1940 book on the St. Lawrence Seaway Project, published by the Niagara Frontier Planning Board. And this is the planning agency that developed the whole system on the U.S. side. So this is all about the St. Lawrence Seaway. So it's a St. Lawrence Seaway historical book. Running that now for $3. There, now it's running. St. Lawrence Seaway. The St. Lawrence Seaway Project, with all the details on all the plans before it was even done. Oh, this is very cool. Major railroads, inland water systems, and intercoastal lines in the U.S. back in 1940. And this was probably before the U.S. even got into the war. The war delayed the project. Oh, the Fun Encyclopedia. Oh, no, that one. That one I cannot. Okay, Rome, the biography of a city. Sounds romantic. Rome, the biography of a city. That there. Let's see. Written in 1985. So if you're planning on visiting Rome or you've been to Rome, I better check the weight on this one. Yep, this is a large. Almost put it in medium by mistake. I am going to run this for just $2 because it's a travel book, really. History of Rome, maps, information. Piece of tissue just fell out. You don't get that because it's on the floor now. So the history of Rome. I took like 2 courses in university about Roman history and then one on Greek history. It was fascinating. All right. Next up in this box, we have, ooh, this one's interesting. Where am I? I don't have enough space. Space, the final frontier. It's always my issue. Not enough space. Gonna grab a drink. Hang on. Everyone have a sip of water. It's important to stay hydrated. All right. This goes into medium. Let me move that back down to medium pin. Television servicing. It's a handbook on television servicing from 1959. 1959 television servicing, which I think is very, very cool. So shows you all the instructions on how to fix your television. So if you know somebody who collects televisions, this would be a perfect gift. Television servicing. Start that for $3 running now. Television servicing. No worries. Oh, a Brett Hull book. Biography. Shooting and Smiling. Brett Hull. Brett Hull, Shooting and Smiling. Who came up with that title? Written in 1991. 1991 Brett Hull book. I think this is still medium. Yep, medium. 1991 Brett Hull. Shooting and Smiling. He's not smiling there, but he's smiling here. So shooting, smiling. Shooting, smiling. Canada Packers Limited. 1943. February 1943, The Story of Our Products, Canada Packers Limited. And they were, I know it is a funny title, isn't it? They were in Toronto, Montreal, Hull, Peterborough, St. Boniface, Edmonton, and Vancouver. So this is the West Toronto plant in the stockyards. My grandmother lived around here as a kid. And it talks about their history, the different products they make, including canned goods, pickles, and olives. Canada Packers Limited. And this is their book from 1943 in the middle of the war, the Second World War, when your dad worked for Canada Packers. That is so cool. Yeah, this one is their 1943 edition. So interesting. Annual Canadian consumption of packing house products per capita. Beef, 1939, 49 pounds. 1940, 50 pounds. Veal, 12 pounds. 1940, 10 pounds. Interesting. You think it would go down during the war, after the war started. Lard went up, shortening went down. Ducks went up. Geese stayed the same. Interesting. It does have a stamp in it from the person who owned it, who probably worked there. John R. Murray from Lindsay. I'm sure he's not around anymore. It's also in the front there, but it is very cool. The story of our products, 1943 history and information about Canada Packers Limited and all the products that they packed in like great detail too. Like a whole chapter on pickles and olives. Good morning, ALR. How are you? Hey, Dave. How are you doing? All right, let's grab another pile. Oh, this one needs a bath, but someone might be interested, so make no assumptions. Hang on, let me just switch to small. All right, we have, the front cover needs a bath. Bobby Hull Scrap Superstar. Bobby Hull, so we have Brett Hull. Bobby Hull. Bobby Hull Superstar. This looks more like a kid's book. Written in 1974. It's part of the series, which includes Stan Mikita, tough kid who grew up. Here, I can read this as I run it. Hang on. Bobby Hull. I will put this at 30 seconds so I can read a little bit. It was a typical winter day in the little village of Point Anne on Lake Ontario. A dozen kids were skating on a patch of ice they'd cleared along the shore of the Bay of Quinte. Both boys and girls among them carried hockey sticks and swarmed after the black rubber puck. Running among them in his overshoes was a sturdy little fair-haired boy in a snowsuit, who grew up to be Bobby Hull. Sorry, what was that? We have a storm coming today. How is it in Alberta? Dave, are you like snowed under? This is another small. Oh, did I not run it? I didn't run it. Oh my God. I didn't press the button. Okay, there we go. Running it now. Didn't realize I hadn't pressed the button. I thought my 30 seconds was up. Bobby Hull book. Snow ended, but you had 10. Oh no, you had high winds. I think that's kind of worse because it just blows it all around. All right. Fur trade book. Cold as F now. It's gonna drop down, but it's not gonna be too bad here, I hope. Fur, the trade that put Upper Canada on the map. Well, put Canada on the map. Hello. Fur trade history. Let's see what year this was written. 1983, written by the Ontario Trappers Association. Oh, April, that is way too cold. You're not getting it today, absolute flipping deals. We're getting 10 to 15 centimeters today. So it must be blowing below you. So published by the Government of Ontario, produced by the Ontario Ministry of Natural Resources. Ooh, fur trade. Fur trade history book. So if you have ancestors that were in the fur trade, this might be of interest to you. Who knows? It might be in here. Fur. Okay, next one. Next one is a medium book. I know, we have bad snow luck lately. We've gotten a lot of snow this year. Super Ship. This seems to be a spawned by the relentless economics of oil, the gargantuan, superbly written intelligence with careful fidelity, yet novelistic immediacy. Okay, I think this is a non-fiction book, or no, fiction book. I'll get it right. Genji, good morning. This is a fiction book about a super ship. Written in 1974. 1974. Let me just double check the weight. Yeah, we're good. 1974, Super Ship by Noel somebody. I'm going to knock this down to $2 because it can. Here we go. Starting auction now. One turns the page hypnotized, says Hammond Inns. Brilliantly detailed and powerful. Editorial in the New York Times. Okay, we're getting down there. Okay, here we go. Ooh, The Cosmic Power Within You by Joseph Murray. Whatever you desire in life, you may have. Ooh. Written in 1968. 1968. I think this is a small, yep, small weight. Pin. Boop. And I'm going to give it 30 seconds so I can read the back here. Okay. For there is a cosmic power within you which you can bring all your dreams to fruition. That power is your ability to communicate with the cosmic mind and ask for these things. I have taught thousands of people all over the world how to use this cosmic power to draw love into their lives, bring peace, joy, health, and abundant wealth onto themselves. Ooh, says Dr. Murphy. Here is the same technique these people use that you can use too. Ooh, look, there's a whole outline of contents. ALR, thank you so much. Let me know if it works. ALR 1968. Oh, shoot. This pen is non-functioning right now. Other pen. Ugh. ALR. ALR, thank you so much. Woohoo. Okay. Put that over here. Let's see what... Oh, more unbending battle. The Harlem Hellfighters struggle for freedom in World War I and equality at home. Ooh, this is a good one. This is a good one for this month, Black History Month. So this is about the Harlem Hellfighters. The 369th Infantry Regiment was the first African-American regiment mustered to fight in World War I. All right, hang on. In a war where the vast majority of Black soldiers served in the service of supply, unloading ships and building roads and railroads, the men of the 369th trained and fought side by side with the French at the front and ultimately spent more days in the trenches than any other American unit. They went to war in defense of a country afflicted by segregation, Jim Crow laws, lynchings, and racial violence, but a country they believed in all the same. Ooh, that's powerful. That's powerful. Okay. Ooh, another book about fur trapping, it looks like. Yep. Same weight. Trapping, the Craft and Science of Catching Fur-Bearing Animals by Harold McCracken and Harry Van Cleve, written in 1947. So this is a guidebook on how to trap. This is a trapping guidebook. Ooh, look, it's even got pictures inside. So trapping of fur-bearing animals. Oh, shoot, now I got to read something. I forgot that I had it on 30 seconds. The story is told by Audubon, the great naturalist, of an asthmatic clergyman who procured the glands of a skunk, which he kept tightly corked in a smelling bottle, to be applied to his nose when his symptoms appeared. Is anyone asthmatic and wants to try this? He believed he had discovered a cure for his distressing malady. He rejoiced thereat, but on one occasion he uncorked his bottle in the pulpit and drove his congregation out of the church. I think I'd pass. I think I'd rather have gasp for air than... I never know what I'm going to read. It could have been disturbing. You're right. Oh, I love these ones. I love these. Okay, this is back to small. This is... Oh, there's 3 of them. So there are 3 of them. These are the children's story of the war. And these were read in schools, and they like the history of the war. But they're fairly old. So now this is the best war pictures and information. This is number 2. I think there's some pages at the front missing, but it has chapter 5, How the Great Warlord Fell, the Retreat of Napoleon from Moscow. Let me look at another one to see if I can see a year. This one starts at page 13. Oh, no, sorry. The pages are up top. They basically did it as like a, never mind. Not missing pages, possibly. It's hard to tell with this one. trying to see if I can find a date on here. The Chief of Staff. Okay, so this is definitely the First World War. So this is First World War, the story of the war, children's story of the war. This is volume 2. I will also be selling volume 3 and volume 4 all together. It contains the best war pictures of the week, informative articles on military and naval subjects, numerous maps and diagrams. It's a weekly paper. This one is the children's story of the war. This one's not a weekly paper. The whole war story told pictorially in a series of large plates. So you have pictorially, you have all kinds of, this one's been chewed up a little. But it actually has pictures from the front, information about signalmen, and pictures, all pictures from the front. King George walking with King Albert in the main street of a Belgian town. So as you can see, it's these are pretty amazing. So antique. Children's story of the war. These were in the schools as kind of like a news lesson. Let me just double check the weight. Oh yeah, we have to go up to medium because I'm going to do all 3 together for $6. So $2 each. All 3 together, $2 each. So you get volume 2, 3, and 4 of the First World War, children's story of the war. Pretty awesome pictures in there. Ooh, look at that one. Is that explaining the section of one of the gun positions? Ooh, I even have it drawn out, the gun positions. Okay, what else do we have in here? Paleolithic cave art. This is very miscellaneous. This is from the World University Library. 1967 Paleolithic cave art. Let me just double check the weight. Yep, we're still in medium. Paleolithic cave art. I'm going to knock that down to 2. Running now. Oh yeah, photos. I think there are photos inside. Seems to be all black and white. Oh no, there's some color in there. Did it go to 30 seconds again? Son of a nutcracker. I missed that. So what was that one there? Is that like a dissection? Oh, how the picture of a horse advanced. Interesting. Pretty cool. Cave art from the cavemen. All right, back to small. We have The Killing Time, the German U-boats, 1914 to 1918. So World War I history book. 1972, published in 1972. I'm going to give myself only 15 seconds to read a little bit. The most fatal weapon in naval warfare. The thrilling story of the Kaiser's intrepid sea wolves who brought Britain within a hair's breadth of surrender. It is a savage record of the bitter fighting which centered around them, their triumphs and disasters, their heroisms and barbarities. Double check the weight. Yep. And another war one, The Loss of the Prince of Wales and the Repulse Battleship. Written in 1977. This printing looks like 1979. 1979. So on Wednesday, 10th of December, 1941, the 3rd day of the war in the Pacific, 2 British capital ships were sunk off Malaya by Japanese air torpedo attack. They did not request the air support that could have saved them. Ooh. 840 men died and the rest have never forgotten. Ouch. All right. Next one up is the Ironclads of Cambrai. Cambrai? 1967. 1967. The Ironclads, so the tanks of Cambrai. 376 tanks, led by their CEO, carrying the new corps flag, drove into the dull, misty dawn at Cambrai. November 20th, 1917. Supported by 1,000 field guns, 275 planes, and 6 infantry divisions, they smashed through the impenetrable Hindenburg Line. Ooh. All right. What else do we have in this box of fun? Moonless Night, the dramatic story of survival and resistance in the POW camps of Nazi-held Europe. Oh, this one's interesting. One Man's Struggle for Freedom, 1940 to 1945. This is published in 1983. 1983. June 1940, pilot B.A. James is shot down over occupied Holland. Less than 48 hours earlier, he'd been a free man at an RAF base in the English countryside. Now he is a useless captive, sitting in a bare wooden cell in the middle of enemy territory, destined to serve out almost the entirety of World War II, trapped behind Nazi barbed wire. That's sad. Next one up, written in 1975, or published in 1975, the Tirpitz, the most powerful enemy ship afloat. January 1942 in London, Winston Churchill gave the order to sink the Tirpitz, announcing that the whole strategy of the war turns at this point on this ship. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, this one feels heavier. This one is slightly heavier. Medium book. Whoops, medium book. And if you're looking for something in particular, let me know. And if I miss your question, let me know. 15 seconds. Okay. War at Sea in the Ironclad Age, the most dramatic product of military-industrial revolution. Very cool. It's got all kinds of pictures and history of the War at Sea in the Ironclad Age at the height of the Victorian era, so pre-World War I. Next up, back down to small, is No Empty Chairs, written in the short and heroic lives of the young aviators who fought and died in the First World War, written in 2012. Life for most of the pilots of the Royal Flying Corps was appallingly short. If they graduated alive from the training that killed more than half of them, only a few would survive the fierce battles they fought over the ravaged landscape of no man's land. Oh, that's so sad. It's like a death sentence. The World at War. This is the Second World War was the most massive and appalling military conflagration in the world has ever known. This is the BBC publication, the BBC documentary series that was also aired on CBC in Canada. And this is the book that accompanies that series that was done in 1973. World at War. That is a medium weight book. And I'm going to run that for just $2. Start now. World at War. All the information about World War II. And there should be some more pictures in there, but of course the pages flipped past the pages, past the picture pages on me. All right. Next up in here. Ooh, the Rolling Stones. Oh, the Rolling Stones. This is a large book. Large. Okay. Exclusive 400 recently discovered photographs from the Daily Mirror archive. It's a photographic chronicle of the first great swinging decade of the original bad boys of rock and roll. So let's see. Written in $1999, Rolling Stones lost pictures from the Daily Mirror archive from their first decade, so in the 60s. And 15 seconds. So, hundreds of unique photographs reveal both public events and more informal moments, playing at live concerts in the recording studio, relaxing at parties and at home, shopping at the beach while on tour, and press conferences, on movie sets, and even leaving court. Ooh, they were the bad boys. Okay, that's it for that box. We made it through a box. Let me just put all the stuff, all the unsolds back in the box so I can move it over. Hang on one second. Here, stare at this for a second. Good morning, Caroline's Resale. How are you? How is Texas today? Moving it over. Oh, next heavy box. Whew, that's a heavy box. Holy cow. Okay. Grabbing a pile. Here we go. Lovely weather. I'm glad you're having lovely weather. We are not. We are not currently having lovely weather. Okay, hang on. Let me just bring myself back up again. Hello, everybody. Hey, Phil's Finds. Okay. Hammond's Illustrated Nature Guide. Ooh, this is going to have awesome pictures in it. All right, this is medium, so let me just switch back to medium pin. All right, I'm going to warn you now. It's got some condensation damage, so yeah, got some condensation damage. But inside, it's got minerals and rocks, trees, wildflowers, birds, with pictures, animals, fishes, insects, plant hobbies, bird hobbies. It's actually quite cool. Oh, you're welcome, Caroline. I'm glad it was helpful. Okay, so we're going to run this just for $2. Whoopsie daisies. We're going to run this for $2 because it does have condensation damage on the, like the one here. You can see it when you open it up. But there are some really cool pictures inside. It's very, very cool inside. Like, look at that. Thank you, ALR. It's such an awesome book. ALR. Okay. Next up, we have American Pattern Glass, early American pattern glass. So if you ever heard someone say this is EAPG, that is early American pattern glass, 1850 to 1910. This is the major collectible table settings. Now it does have prices, but you ignore the prices. You're really there. You really buy this so that you can find the information out and learn more about the patterns that you have of EAPG glass. Now, when was this printed? It does not say. It does not say anywhere. Anyway, EAPG. So like invert, it shows you all the different patterns. All the different patterns for EAPG glass are in here. So if you are wanting to be a collector one day, then this is what you want. Now it is very heavy, so it's an extra large. I'm going to run it for just $3. EAPG collector glass collection. I'm going to run this for only 10 seconds. EAPG glass. This is a really great reference book. Really, really great reference book for anyone who's a collector. Thank you, ALR. Great grab, great book. I find that people are like, oh, it's got prices in it. Well, just ignore the prices because prices never stay static. So the minute you've published a book, your prices are out of date. So I look at does it have information inside? Here's another pressed glass. This one is large, not extra large. It's not as heavy. Pressed glass, 1860 to 1930. Identification and values, but we ignore the values. This was published in 1999. Let's just see. Look at the quality of these images. These are all full color pressed glass guide. This one's a great one. This one's a great one. So I'm going to leave it at $4, which is still a steal. Pressed glass guide from 1860 to 1930. So this is your early American pressed glass, your Canadian pressed glass. Okay, what else do we have? Depression glass. Depression glass, 17th edition, America's #1 best-selling glass book. This one is from Collector Books, 2006. 2006. There's all your uranium glass, which is hot now. Has been for a while. And then inside you've got pictures and information about all the different makers and the patterns and the pieces that are in there. It's actually this is very well written. All right, running this for $4 as well. Starting now. Depression Glass Collector's Book. Thank you, ALR. Good old Depression Glass. Thank you, ALR. That's coming to you. ALR. Go. Making a pile. Okay, next up. What else do we have here? Oh, this looks like a lot of collector books and miscellaneous things in here. Just grabbing a pile so that I don't have to bend over every 5 seconds. Ooh, a complete guide to fishing. Please note that the other glass book, yep, absolutely, yes. Oh. Running now. Running now. Thank you for asking. Press glass book is running now. It is very cool. Thank you, ALR. That's coming to you as well. Where's my pen? Under the book. Oh, thank you for asking. I appreciate you. ALR. All right. So this is a complete guide to fishing. Note this here. Written in 1979, republished in 1988. So it's got coarse fishing, sea fishing, game fishing, all the tackle, all the details of all the different fish species and what to use and what attracts them. It's all in there. And let's face it, the technology may have changed slightly, but not really. Fish haven't changed. So this is still very relevant. This is good. We're still large. Running now for $4. The Complete Guide to Fishing. Everything you need to know about fishing. Thank you, ALR. That's a great one too. ALR. ALR always picks my favorite books. I do have a lot of favorite books, I must admit. I do like books. Ooh, what's this one? The Happy Home, a library of entertainment, instruction, and amusement. Fireside gems from our popular poets, the model speaker and reciter, games and amusements and sports for indoors and out, songs we love to sing, the Home Book of Etiquette, written in 1909. 1909. I won't run this for low. This will run for higher. 1909, the Happy Home Book. It has been, the spine has been reinforced. But the Happy Home Book, it's got, oh my gosh, there's so much in here. Games to play, and this is 1909. Games to play, activities, poems to read, speeches, songs to sing, the whole 9 yards. All right, this is an extra large. Extra large, and I'm going to run this for 8 instead of 6. Running now. 1909 Happy Home Book. It's just a great piece of history. You would have had this because there was no television, there was no internet. If you wanted to figure out what games you're going to play with your kids or some songs to sing and all that, that was all of it put together. Ooh, here's another glass book. This is American and Canadian Goblets, from 1977. That's right. Goblets. Just the goblets. From 1977. More goblets than you can ever imagine. Holy cow. Canadian and American. I love this, both Canadian and American. This is in medium pin. And we will run that for 10 seconds. Canadian and American goblets. Collector's guide. No cookbooks yet, CB. I'll yell it out loudly if you're just listening while you do something else. Thank you, ALR. Well, I won't yell it loudly, but I'll say, it's a cookbook. Oh my God. I do actually see down below. Hang on. I do see something. It's not exactly a cookbook. Well, it is. Hang on. Ooh. I'm going to grab that from the cake decorating. It's not exactly a cookbook, but fairly close. Cake decorating. Wilton cake decorating. Wilton's cake decorating classes. This one is the 1988 yearbook of cake decorating. Look, 1998, sorry. 1998 cookbook of cake decorating. Look at these cakes in here. Did anybody have any? My mother made a cake out of a book for me when in the 70s, and it was epic. It was a daisy. Running now. Cake decorating book, cookbook. It's not an exact. Is it a cookbook? Is it a guide? It's a guide. It even has like. It's very cool. Look at these. Look at. Oh, it's very cool. ALR got in there. You think you have some from your mom, Dio? That's so cool. The shipping is expensive to the US. Galaxy, yes, it is. ALR, thank you for your bid, and thank you so much, CB. There are more in here, so hang on. ALR, the shipping is expensive to the US. I apologize. The best way to get around that is just to buy in bulk. So if you see, so my recommendation is if you see something you like and it doesn't sell, message me and ask me to put it aside for you, and then I can create a bundle for you. And that usually makes life a little bit easier for shipping because it's just all in one and you know exactly how much it's going to cost. Cake decorating from 1983. 1983. We don't have those shipping boxes, Galaxy. We're in Canada. We don't have the same. We have the Canada Post instead of the United States Postal Service. So the United States Postal Service runs at a deficit for a reason. So yeah, we don't have those shipping boxes. We still run at a deficit here in Canada too, but the US runs at a deficit as well. They have more customers, so I don't get it. All right, 1983, another Wilton guide to cake decorating. This one is so much fun. I love that it's a carousel. 1983 Wilton decorating guide. Whoa. There seems to be somebody put in pages from another magazine of some other cake that they wanted to make, I think. All right, let's see what else we have here. Ooh, a 1985 guide to cake decorating. The Wilton 1985 guide. Look at this mom with all of her cookies. How many cookies? Oh my gosh. Oh, I see. Oh, that's clever. She uses this Wilton cookie thing to make the cookies all the different shapes at once. Oh, that's clever. It's terribly clever. Oh my gosh, look at these cakes in here. These cakes are adorable in here. All right. Running now. Running this one from 1985. 1985. Doo-doo-doo. All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put 1983 and 1985 together for one money. Why not? What the hey? It's only stuff, and I don't have enough room for it all. You get 1983 and 1985 for one money. Now it's $2 each. ALR, thank you so much, and thank you, CB, for your bid as well. I appreciate you. Alrighty. What do we have next? We have one last one, it looks like, which is the 1982 cake decorating you can do. 21-page beginner's guide to decorating, including rose making. And look at this freaking adorable cover. Look at that. And then look how happy she is with her. Look, it came out cleanly. How perfect is that? She is so freaking happy. I would be too. And look, there's the family all together watching Mom work. Go, Mom, work. Work, Mom, work. Ah, those were the days. Look at this one. And that one there. It's a freaking ride-on horse. These are so cute. Anyways, this is like, oh, look, there's even a hot mitt you can get from Wilton. All right, gonna run this one now. $3 for the 1982 one. It is so freaking cute. Lots in there. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that one. Who is that? Is that supposed to be Humpty Dump? Don't know. That's a golfer, I see. CB, thank you so much. And thank you, AOR, for your bid as well. CB, that's coming to you in your box. CB's box. Bloop. There we go. Awesome. All right, let's continue digging in here. We're going to go to something a little bit lighter weight. Let me just double check the weight. Yes, we can even go light. We can go ephemera on this one because it's lightweight. 6 years in the bush. The trees. My connection is poor. Really? Uh-oh. Extracts from the Journal of a Settler in Upper Canada from 1832 to 1838. Printed in London originally in 1838. This is obviously a reprint of this. The Bob Cajun Public Library Committee has republished this manuscript in its entirety with the belief that today's readers would be interested in Need's account of his 6 years in the bush of Upper Canada. So this is like Bob Cajun area, Kawartha Lakes area. He was 6 years in the bush before it was settled. And this is his little memoir, 10 seconds for this memoir from reproduction of the memoir from 1838 of his 6 years in the bush. It's kind of cool. I like that. Oh, another a book about glass collecting. This is Covell's Depression Glass and Dinnerware Price List. There they are, right there. There's the couple that wrote this. They must really like glass to hang out together and work on these books. 1998. Good old Ralph and Terry in 1998 wrote this book on depression glass and dinnerware. Very cool. Good job. Good job, you two. Running now for 10 seconds. Covell's Depression Glass and Dinnerware Price List. Alrighty. Next. Seaside and Wayside. Blackie's Object Lessons and Science Readers. Number 3. Seaside and Wayside. Ooh, this is old. London. Seaside and Wayside or The Young Scientists. No date that I can see unless it's at the back. Sometimes it's at the back. Yeah, no date. Definitely old. This is definitely antique. I don't know exactly what date for Blackie's Seaside Wayside. So this is a school book, science school book reader. The Young Scientists. So it's almost actually it's like no, it's like a reader. It's not. It's about science, but it's a reader. So the Marsdens told their uncle that they had just finished with their science teacher the subject of the states of matter. Hang on, let me move this down to small. Pin, start. I'm going to run this for 3 instead of 2. Antique school book, Seaside and Wayside, which had a science theme. So it was reading, but it was all science-themed information. Next one up is back up to medium. Pin. Toronto Sketches, The Way We Were, Mike Filey. That's him. He was a friend of my uncle. And it is signed by Mike. Signed by Mike Filey, I do believe. Yeah. 1992. This is written in 1992. Oh, and somebody put in a picture. Concession for Innisfil. Somebody put a picture of their farm in here. So we will run this now for $3, 10 seconds. Toronto Sketches. Yep. Glass book will do. All right, Toronto Sketches. Let me just double check I've got the right weight. Yes. All right. I will run that. I'll run it for 2 because I can. There we go. Running now. Glass book running now. Depression Glass Dinnerware Price List. Thank you, ALR. That one's coming to you, ALR. We need to give your postal worker some exercise. Some good heavy lifting. Dinky Toys is the next one. Dinky Toys. A Dinky Toy collector book. This one was written in 1988. 1988 Dinky Toys collector book. They're all there. Look at them all. Holy cow. Somebody had an amazing collection to be able to take this number of pictures and all the details in there. Dinky Toys collector book running now. All the information you could ever need about collecting Dinky Toys. Thank you, ALR. This is another cool one. ALR. That's coming to you. All right. Gotta lift up some more books. So hang on one second. Let me grab some more books. Ooh. Whew, those are heavy. Okay, and big. All right, let's start with this one. This is still in medium. Batman, the official book of the movie. From what year? Batman. 1989. 1989 Batman movie book, hardcover, running now. Batman hardcover movie book is running. All the Batman you could ever need or want. All right. And then, because it's just a mishmash, Kawartha's Nature. This is compiled by the Peterborough Field Naturalists. This has published in 1992. It has information about hiking routes and different places to see, natural beauty, trails. And there's even a map on the back of the beautiful Kawarthas. And where am I? I'm not. I'm on this corner right here. I'm over there on the corner. I feel sad. I'm not on this. We're not on this on here. That's okay. We'll survive not being part of. We are not part of the Kawarthas. We're still in Peterborough County where I am, but just outside, just on the outskirts of Peterborough County. I can walk like 3 minutes and get to Northumberland. Oh my god. That one's too big. Okay. Wizardology. The Secrets of Merlin. Ooh. Hey, Shauna, how are you? We're going through books. Books, and more books. The Wizardology. The book of the Secrets of Merlin. It has, oh my gosh. There's an envelope in here. Nothing's in there though. Okay, so there may have been stuff in here that's no longer in here. It's like a flip book. It's kind of like a flip book. There's little parts that you flip. I'm not going to look at every page to see. Oh, there's like cards in here. Reading the cards. And there's cards to read. So there's divination cards, but I don't know if everything in here, so just buyer beware. It's actually very cool though. Look at this. Hello, Peacock. So The Secrets of Merlin. It's very cool looking. It's very cool looking, but I don't know if it's complete, so buyer beware. Wizardology, The Secrets of Merlin. It looks very, very cool. Thank you, CB. That's coming to you. CB. Okay. Put that up there. Thank you, thank you. Okay, what else do we have in here? Oh my gosh. Oh, they're so heavy. Hang on. Okay. It's very heavy. There's a whole bunch of magazines now. So we're going to do some magazines. So everybody hang on tight. We're still in medium. This one is July 1979 Life magazine. Whoa, I can't see. So I'm going to have to. And it is starting to the cover is starting to come off. It's been foxed here. Well, it's going to snow here. So, all right. Running that. Life magazine running now. Now, whatever doesn't sell, I will run in a bundle afterwards. So, anything that doesn't sell in this group of Life magazines, I will run in a bundle after. This one, just double checking the weight. 1988, 150 years of photography. 150 years of photography, Life magazine. I'm trying to be gentle with it, and it's got Kodak. Look at this Kodak on the back. Running now for 10 seconds. Life magazine, photography. 150 years of photography. Good morning, Beadkind. How are you? All right. The Search for a Real E.T., 1992. I know. You are on Fantasy Island, aren't you? Is there intelligent life in outer space? A $100 million NASA program beginning this fall may finally answer one of mankind's most compelling questions. Well, guess what? Obama says aliens are real, but he didn't see any evidence of them. So there you go. I can't believe that was like a main topic of conversation in the media this past week. All right. Oh, this one. Oh, dear. Look at this. 1992, and nothing has forking changed. 1992, America divided. A frontline report from the battle on abortion. Nothing's changed. And there's cigarettes on the back. I guess that's the only thing that's changed. Nothing else has changed. America's still divided. Oh. We have not come very far at all, have we? And that one had a bend in the back. Okay, sorry. I'm trying not to knock things over. Oh, this is kind of funny. 1989 October. 101 things worth saving. Did we actually manage to save the animals? I don't know. 101 things worth saving. 1989 edition of Life magazine. Running now for 10 seconds. 101 things worth saving. It's really pretty pictures inside. Can we stop aging? 1992. Sally Woodbridge of Berkeley, California in 1944 and 1992. How about we stop idolizing children as sexual objects and start just enjoying whatever beauty there is? You're out of coffee cream? Oh my gosh. 1992 October, can we stop aging? No, we shouldn't. Why should we? She's still, look how beautiful she still is. She's still beautiful. Like, shut up, Life magazine of 1992. Good night, Johnny. As the curtain closes on TV's greatest career, we remember the best of Carson. And is there a cure for cancer and a new miracle drug that they thought they had found in 1992? Life magazine written by men or by the patriarchy, yes. Goodbye, Johnny. Remembering Johnny Carson. I don't know why all the pages on the back here are turned like this. What's that? Okay. And 1988. Paul Newman's dream, caring camp for ailing kids. Paul Newman. Oh, hey, LR, we're just going through Life magazines. Whatever doesn't sell, I'm going to do a lot of them. Can someone tag Thrifting with ADHD in case she's free? Because she does like these. You just slept for, there's this one, Newman's Dream. What did I say? 1988. What a sweet guy he was. Oh, look, the White House, 1792 to 1992. I bet you that the East Wing is in here. So if you forget what the East Wing looked like, good news, it's in here. The East Wing will be pictured in this 1992 Life magazine about the history. It's still 2026, but you know, things haven't changed much. Not enough has changed, Peacock. Okay. Behold the Earth. Startling new pictures show our planet as we've never seen it before. 1992. Behold the Earth. Earth, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship We're Screwing Up Our Planet. All right. Ooh. A special issue. Now, it does have some water damage on the cover. It only seems to be on the cover. Special issue from fall of 1989, the 1980s in pictures. The 1980s in pictures, I just need to double check the weight. Yeah, we're still okay. The 1980s in pictures from 1989. That one is running now. And let me just going to tag. Alrighty. Next up, we have 1992 Diana, What Happened and Why. This is before she died. This is about her divorce, as well as flashback 30 years later, Marilyn Monroe's last interview. From, what did I say, 1992. 1992. Running now. We're nearly there. We only have 3 more, and then I will do a lot. I will do them as a lot. Ooh, I like this one. 1992, if women ran America, an exclusive poll, how things would be different in Washington, in the cities, at work, and at home. I wonder what the conclusion was. Would we do a better job? I hope that's what the conclusion was. Hey, this was the 1992 one. This is the divorce time. Mary, thanks for asking. That was the divorce one. Not when she died. Not the memorial. If women ran America, or I should say the United States of America, women ran the United States of America, not America as a whole. Although I wouldn't mind that. We've had a prime minister who was female. Visions of Victory, glorious night for the Clintons. Not anymore. 1992, the first Christmas in the footsteps of Mary and Joseph, the journey to Bethlehem in photographs. Aw, baby Jesus. Wait, what? The journey to Bethlehem in photographs. How did they get photographs? I know what they mean. Nothing else royal, but I'll pull that one out because you never know what the fork I'm going to find in these boxes. So I'm pulling out, everyone, just to let you know, I'm pulling out the Diana one just in case. You're welcome, CB. That's what I'm here for. I'm just here for the commentary. The Year in Pictures, a collector's edition of Life magazine from January 1993, remembers 1992, memories of 1992. A lot of shite happened in 1992. What a year. What happened in 1992 for me? I was finishing university. Did I already run it? No, I didn't. Okay, now I'm running it. Sorry. Okay. You were 1 year old. Holy Mary. I was 20. I got my license to drive in 1992. I waited until I was 20 because I didn't need to really before then. Hang on. I'm making a big pile of all of the Life magazines in here. Holy poop. Okay. It's 9 pounds, so I'm going to have to do a special. It's over 9 pounds. Create a temporary listing. Use books. Life mag bundle. Starting bid. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 Life magazines. 14 Life magazines. That's the lot. So we're going to run that. Now, I was doing it for $3, but let's say it's $2. So 2 times 14 is 28. But I'm going to do it down to 20 because I can. And that has to go into 10 to 14 pounds. Select and add. Okay. The Diana one is not. Diana one is over here. I pulled the Diana one out. Diana one is not included in this bundle. All right. It is 14 Life magazines. I'm going to give myself 15 seconds to try and show as much of them as I can. You get all of these. You get the whole kit and caboodle. All of these Life magazines for one money. Oh, God, this is heavy. All right, you know what? It's my party. I'll cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. $15. Just over $1 each for 14 Life magazines. Hi, Vintiquity. I'm running a whole bunch of Life magazines from the 80s and 90s right now. And they're heavy. Okay. No worries. Oh, good. Now I get to refill this box with all the unsold stuff. And we're saving that Diana in case we find anything related to the Royals. Okay. Let's see what's in this box. We're doing another box. Another box of stuff. And we're going to move down to lighter weight things to start with. Okay. Royal. And Mary, if I don't find anything today, I'll keep it aside anyways, just in case we find everything. Thank you, Vintiquity. Everyone, please follow my friend Vintiquity. AKA Nuria. Why do we say it? So if you've ever wondered why we say certain cliches, it's all in here. Like, let's see. Let's see if scot-free is in here. Scot-free. So does the Scot of scot-free come from Scotland? It does not, actually. And I will read this to you because, you know, this is shoppertainment. No, the Scot of the term comes from the Anglo-Saxon scout, meaning money put into a general fund, hence a tax. The Scot was the original income tax since it was levied upon the people according to their ability to pay. Scot-free, scout-free, first meant tax-free. So there you go. When someone says scot-free, it is not a ethnic slang. It's a Anglo-Saxon word, scout, which has now been Scot. Scot-free. Scout was tax in my day. Oh no, more Canadians. Hysterically historical rhymes. Oh no, more Canadians. That's us. Small. There we go. All right, let's see. 20 seconds. Following hot on the heels of their first best-selling combination of verse and cartoon descriptions of well-known Canadians, past and present, depictions of Gordon Snell, blah, 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 bound to be popular with Canadian history buffs of all ages. This humorous and historically correct compilation is sure to be another bestseller for the transatlantic duo. That's a transatlantic duo right there. I don't know. Who do you think is from England and who do you think is from the UK? This one's from Montreal. And this one lives in Ireland. I know. Oh no, more Canadians. The Book of Lost Tales 1 by Tolkien. I'm going to sneeze. Don't sneeze, don't sneeze. I don't know why Tolkien makes me sneeze. It shouldn't. 1987. 1987 publication. Gonna run that now. Tolkien. The Book of Lost Tales stands at the beginning of the entire conception of Middle-earth and Valinor, for the tales were the first form of the myths and legends that came to be called the Silmarillion, embedded in English legend and English association. They are set in the narrative frame of a great westward voyage over the ocean by a mariner named Ariel, or to Tol, oh God, the Lonely Isle, where elves dwell. From them he learned their true history. The lost tales of Elfiness. In the tales are found the earliest accounts and original ideas of gods and elves, dwarves, balrogs, and orcs. Woo! Thank you everybody for your bids. ALR, congratulations. ALR. What a fun book. Tolkien. All right, this one's an ephemera. We're going to move this down to ephemera. This one is Anecdotes for All Occasions from Reader's Digest. The right story at the right time can drive home a point or relax your audience with laughter. Here's a treasury of wit and wisdom for all kinds of gatherings. From 1975. Oh dear. Oh dear. Here we go. Uh-oh. The Battle of the Sexes is one of the sections. Let's see how bad it is. 20 seconds. Jack was unusually late getting home one night, and his apprehensive wife sent the following telegram to five of his closest friends. Jack not home. Is he spending the night with you? Shortly thereafter, Jack arrived home and was followed by 5 telegrams, all bearing the same word. Yes. Oh dear. Send a telegram. She sent a telegram to 5 of his best friends. Could you imagine now? Thank you, ALR. That's so much fun. ALR. Anecdotes for all occasions. Ooh, this one's cool. 12. So that is, yeah, medium. Boop it up to medium. Boop. Okay. Come Back Alive, the ultimate guide to surviving disasters, kidnappings, animal attacks. Megahertz, why did you come in at the word kidnappings? Animal attacks and other nasty perils of modern travel. Nasty perils of modern travel. This, it does have some foxing on the side here. Come Back Alive. Written in 1999. It's like, wait, I'll wait till Kim says kidnappings and then I'll come in. So come back alive. So welcome to the art of survival, it says. It's the indispensable and witty guide to avoiding nasty situations, whether on a business trip, an adventure vacation, or a weekend hike. In the desert, finding water where it ain't, dehydration and rehydration, copping a nuclear tan. In the jungle, trekking, camping, jungle tracker. It's amazing to think what it. Yeah, now we just kind of Google how to deal with a thing. Mary, you've been watching me for 3 shows, so you automatically get egg. If you watch me for 10 minutes in 3 of my shows, you automatically get egg. So now you have lots of coupons up above. Congratulations. Irish wildflowers. This one's really pretty. Yes, coupons. So you just have to go right up the top there. I think it'll have turned in from a crown to an egg for you. And then you can just switch. Irish wildflowers. It's a little guide to Irish wildflowers. Now, somebody has dog-eared a lot of pages, but I just think that kind of makes it like, somebody else had the same interest. This person had a lot of interests in this particular one. Published in 1987, Irish wildflowers. So if you're going to Ireland and want to be able to identify the wildflowers, or you just like wildflowers, this is for you. Irish wildflowers. 5 minutes of snow, and it's done. You're lucky. That's going to melt on you in no time. Look at all these pretty wildflowers. They're so pretty. Makes me want to go to Ireland just to find them all. The snow didn't stick. Thank you, ALR. ALR. Thank you. All right. I need another drink. I talk too much. Ooh. This is a super cute one. This is Care of the Wild, Feathered, and Furred, Treating and Feeding Injured Birds and Animals. Written in 1973. Aw, how sweet. And there's like, look at all that. Aw, mockingbird fledglings getting fed. How cute is that? Okay, running. Wait, double check the weight. Yep, we're still good. Run next. So probably the most highly praised guide ever written to treating, feeding, and housing injured birds and wild animals. Methods are given for raising baby birds and animals, splinting broken bones, suturing wounds, removing oil and tar, treating poisoning, shock, and a variety of common diseases and disabilities. Ooh, excellent food substitution chart for wide variety. I can't speak. Wide variety of animals and birds. Clearly illustrated and well organized. That is so cool. Thank you, ALR. ALR. That's coming to you. Boop. Okay, what do we got next? Oh, that's mine. I don't know why that's in there. Gary Player's golf class from the first 100 lessons from the Sunday Express world famous instructional strip cartoon. Now somebody's coffee stain is on here. Just saying. Still in small. This is Gary Player's golf class, and it's got all the illustrations. It's like a little cartoon that I guess was in an English paper that taught you how to golf. So I'm sure nothing much has changed in how you golf to get other than technology. And then look at this on the back. Piccadilly. Have a smoke. Go for a walk. Frustratingly hit a ball with a tiny stick. Tiny ball, well, big stick, but tiny end. All right, running now. Gary Player's golf class. All yeah, there's only one ball though. The flying golf carts. Yes. Well, who knows? Maybe they had flying. I think we need flying golf carts. I got in trouble. I was in a charity golf tournament with, thank you ALR, with a senator and Jim Flaherty. And if you're too young to know who Jim Flaherty is, never mind. And he was so mad at me because I drive with 2 feet. So I was in charge of driving the golf cart, and I drive with 2 feet, and he was horrified that I was going to kill them. And I'm like, I wear heels. I drive with 2 feet. Like, I drive with 2 feet because I wear heels. Like, in the Dukes of Hazzard, I totally am. All right, so this is going to Ephemera. It is the Low Game Book. Condensed instructions for chess, checkers, dominoes, backgammon, acey-deucey, you know I'm going to flip to that page, cribbage, roulette, and others. All right, tell me acey-deucey, page 8. When was this written? 1944. 1944 games book. We're going to go to page 8. Let's see, to read about acey-deucey. It's before ACDC, there was acey-deucey, which we're going to find out what the heck it is. You need a board, and playing pieces are the same as used in backgammon. Roll both dice. The player making the highest roll begins to play. Players roll dice alternately, and each player sets up his men in his starting table according to the numbers on the dice. So if you roll a 6 and a 3, you place one man on your 6 point and another man on your 3 point. Okay, I'm already lost. Acey-deucey. This is a little children's reader book. The Buttons and the Little League from Palmer Rapids School. It's a school discard book. Palmer Rapids School. This is part of the Buttons series. There was a whole series. Look at how cute. I miss these pockets. 1958, printed in the United States. The Buttons play baseball. Look at all these cute little illustrations. I love these illustrations in here. Oh my gosh, they're adorable. Okay, Buttons and the Little League. This one is still good for, and I'm just going to move it down to 10 seconds. Running now. Did I not run the game? I didn't run the games book, did I? I forgot to run the games book. There you go. Now I'm running the games book. I just went, I'll switch to the other one. Okay, now I'm running this. Hi, my name is Kim. It's been a long day and it's barely started. There we go. Buttons and the Little League. This one is so cute. So cute. Thank you, ALR. ALR. That's coming to you. Bing. Boom. Who was it who was looking for dance stuff? But I think they were looking for swing dancing, not this. This was actually last week I had to lessen my shows because of Loki, but I've changed around so that I am doing more of this. For sure. Okay, so Victor Sylvester, Modern Ballroom Dancing, History and Practice. The woman who owned this actually was a dancer, was a professional ballroom dancer. And she drew this. She drew this bookmark. So I'm keeping it in here. It's got all the steps in ballroom dancing. Oops-a-daisy. From Victor Sylvester. So it's basically like a guide to, look how she's crying in that one. It's a guide to ballroom dancing. Oh. Thank you, Megahertz. I love you. You are awesome. Everyone follow Megahertz. Ballroom dancing, owned by a ballroom dancer, and you even get her bonus bookmark from ballroom dancing. Thank you, ALR. Thank you. ALR is now going to learn the things you are going to learn if you read all these books, ALR. The things you are going to know. Hey, Kick That Bid, what's up? How are you? Oh, goodness, these are heavy. Okay, gonna have to go up and wait. All right, I'm gonna put these two together because I assume no one's gonna want just one volume and not the other. 50 centimeters of snow today. No, really? in Newfoundland. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. Okay. So my thoughts of like maybe I'll move to Newfoundland have just gone out the window. My husband would never handle that. You're on a learning mission. I love it. I love it so much, ALR. You are awesome. All right. This is in extra large because I'm doing 2 books in one. So you're getting my experiences in the World War, Volume 1 and Volume 2 from John L. Pershing. Newfoundland is the place to be. Newfoundland is lovely. The people are amazing. I loved it in Newfoundland. I wish I could have stayed longer. This is the first tab edition, first tab printing. Originally written in 1931, this was done in 1989. The summers would be amazing, wouldn't they? I was looking at some hotels to buy so that, you know, live and work type situation right by the ocean. But my husband was like, I'm not interested. So I have to wait. Oh, your tail's gone. Shh. He was the commander-in-chief of the American Expeditionary Forces in France in World War I, and this was the winner of the 1932 Pulitzer Prize. So you get Volume 1 and Volume 2 of this military classic series of the U.S. Your uncle was in the World War II. That is so cool. I mean, I hope he got out of it okay. I'm going to rock this down to $5. That's $2.50 each for the My Experiences in the World War, Volume 1 and Volume 2 by this guy who was the American Expeditionary Forces leader. Gentlemen, congratulations. That's coming to you. Thank you so much. Gentlemen. Thank you. That on there. Oh, there's a big pile now in front of me. Okay, how are we doing here? Oh, let's see. All right, keep going. All right, next up. I still have 1, 2, 3. 3 more boxes after this. I don't know if I'll get to all of them. Leaves of Gold is what this is called. It's got this really interesting. Oops, I'm gonna tie that back up again. I didn't mean to pull the bow, honest. There we go. Oh, look at the inside. It's gold colored. This was to Mrs. Emma Thompson from the McKay family, John Anderson Limited, Lindsay, Ontario. Lindsay, copyrighted 1939. 1939, and this Leaves of Gold has like poems and sayings and little stories, all in the theme of sentiment. Has a kind, so the front page says, sentiment has a kind of divine alchemy, rendering grief itself the source of tenderest thoughts and far-reaching desires, which the sufferer cherishes as sacred treasures. Through this medium, Leaves of Gold, we wish to express our sincere appreciation of the trust and confidence reposed in us, John Anderson Limited. So this was given to families as kind of like as a book of prayers, memorable phrases, and inspirational verse and prose from the best authors of the world, both ancient and modern, in their time of grief. So this, you were actually given this when you lost a loved one, and it has all kinds of like poems and sayings. Consolation is the objective of Leaves of Gold, to provide a key to things of the spirit as an inspiration for daily living and its design. Aww. Let's see. I will skip. All right. I'm gonna read one of the poems in here. What is this weight? This is in medium. I'm trying to hold on to this page. Pin. All right. Give myself 20. No, I'm gonna need 30 seconds for this one. All right. I'm gonna read one of the poems in here. If I had the time to find a place and sit me down full face to face with my better self that stands no show in my daily life that rushes so, It might be then I would see my soul was stumbling still toward the shining goal. I might be nerved by the thought sublime, if I had the time. If I had the time to learn from you how much for comfort my word would do. And I told you then of my sudden will to kiss your feet when I did you ill. If the tears aback of the bravado could force their way and let you know, brothers, the souls of us all would chime if we had the time. By Richard Burton. That is so sweet. I'm putting that over there. Okay, and then this one is Better Than Gold, which I assume is on the same lines as the other one. Thomas Nelson Inc., illustrated with woodcuts by Thomas Bewick and his school. 1970 is this one. This one is another sort of similar but 1970 version of that 1939 one. So let's see. Random page. Here we go. Bloop. When Pa Said Grace. That's what I'm going to read. When Pa said grace. When Pa said grace and bowed his head, we knew he meant each word he said. Peers like to me all we could feel, much more enjoyment in our meal. For he was earnest, and his face showed thankfulness when Pa said grace. When Pa said grace, his words were few, but how they'd touch you through and through. He'd simply ask God's blessing rare upon his family gathered there, and bless this food, Lord, to its place. We thank thee, God, when Pa said grace. Oh, that's so sweet. It's so sweet. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. Hello, Time Hop, how are you? All right, this goes in large and in charge. This book is a gardening book. Large and in charge. American Home Garden Book and Plant Encyclopedia, a practical guide for all practicing gardeners, complete from anemone to zinnia. And does it have pictures inside? It does have pictures inside. It does have some pictures inside. Not a ton of pictures inside, but it has pictures inside. The Garden Book, the American Home Garden Book. I don't need it for back to 10 seconds. We go. There we go. American Home Garden Book. How cool is that? So pretty. Thank you, ALR. Thank you, ALR. Where's my little pieces of paper? There they are. ALR. Boop. There we go. Okay, next up. This one's a little different. This can go back into small. Real women don't pump gas. Why are we the way we are? Because of women who work against us. 1982. Are you a real woman? Would you like to become one? For the past year, all we've been hearing about is real men, but enough is enough. Hello, bonjour. Comment ça va? What do you think brought all these real men into the world? Who cooked their first hamburger? Who taught them to open a bottle of ketchup? Real women, of course. Let's not forget that Clint Eastwood did not spring whole from the loins of a man, and that even the Pope has a mother. Je suis très fatiguée, actually. Merci. It's the complete survival guide for the age of chairpersons, house husbands, quiche breath, and Paco Rabanne. What the heck is this book? 1982. The Real Woman's Credo, Chapter 3. You can't be too rich, too thin, or have too many silk blouses. This is a toxic masculinity in a book. Ugh. Yeah, I'm like a bibliothèque. I have so many. Shh. No. Is she in the way? Lily, get out of Loki's way. I apologize. I have like this much knowledge. Je suis très désolée. Mais je parle un petit peu de français. Petit peu de français. I only know certain things, like how to say I'm sorry. And one time I was walking through a crowd and I accidentally bumped into someone, and instead of saying excuse me, I said j'accuse, which is the opposite of that. I was like, I accuse you, which is not what I meant to say. Okay, in the land of ephemera, we have four four copies. There are watermarked, but you know they are for a outboard motor for the Champion Jubilee outboard motors. The outboard motor you always knew would come, and it actually has a price list in here that's been typed up, and there's a poster inside here, I think. Oh no. Wait, let's see if there's a poster. There is. Oh, there is. There's a big poster inside. No, that's so cool. Okay. All right. I'm just going to run 4 of these together as one for anyone who sells ephemera. And so in 1954, this is 1954. In 1954, the FOB factory price for the, let's see, the most expensive one was $480.40. So not too shabby, Gabby. Not too shabby at all. So you're going to get all 4 of these. Again, they do have water markings on them, but they do turn into a poster. These are from the Champion Motor Company, 1954. Running that now is a full lot. You get all 4 of them, so 50 cents each. I would take these and frame these up, get these placard, the actual posters placard, and sell them, because around here they would sell well. Which, speaking of, put them over here for my sell locally pile. Oh gosh, what is this? Victorian Childhood. This book is huge. So I'm going to have to bump it up extra in its weight category. It's going to go to large instead of medium, because it is oversized, and the bigger the box, the more expensive it is for me to ship. Is whatnot that often does not charge enough. Victorian Childhood, painting selected from Forbes magazine collection by Christopher Forbes. And this was printed in 1986. So these are all paintings from Victorian era. Hang on, let me get to them. So they're always on this side. So there's like Queen Victoria. These are like, you could just take these out of this book and put these up on the wall. Frame them and put them up on the wall. So Victorian Childhood, that's how thick it is, you can see. Large and in charge. I'm going to knock this down to $3. $3 for Victorian Childhood. It is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous images in here. All from the Forbes collection. Thank you so much, ALR. ALR, that's coming to you. All right. What do we got next? Ooh. This one can go into small. Boop. This is a cute little children's book produced in Canada by John Bradford Company Limited, Toronto. In Our Garden. Look at this back image here. It's a children's book. Cabbage is red and cabbage is white. Oh, look at that. Look at these illustrations in here. So this is a children's storybook. I have to lean back so I can show you. How pretty is that? Ooh, look at that one. All right, so In Our Garden, children's book from 19, don't know. From 19 something. That's accurate. From 19 something children's book, In Our Garden. This is another one where you could just take these illustrations and frame them and sell them as framed illustrations. Oh, we have a royal thing. Okay, I've got a royal thing. I've got a couple of royal things in here. I don't know if Mary's still here. If you are, there's a couple of royal things in here. Long live the queen. Our queen is crowned from, it does have some water damage. And, oh gosh, there's even like, it's got, can you see how that shines? It's got gold imprints. So, and look how gorgeous she is. Look at these. Look at her. She's such a pretty, and there's him. So it shows you, it actually has the root on onion paper. And this is basically the coronation book. Pictures of the family and everything. So there's the coronation book. We're going to run that in small for $2 running now. Queen coronation book. All right. And we also have from 1953 Picture Post magazine. It's going to have to go up to medium, and the price is going to have to go up to $5. This is from 1953 Picture Post. The ads on here are amazing. This is the commemorative coronation souvenir edition. So there are all really amazing patriotic ads in here from England. And this is the Queen's coronation, running now for just $5. Look how pretty she is. And I love these ads. Bird's custard powder. My husband's favorite. Ooh, what's in here? Ooh, stamps. Or, yeah, stamps. Canadian Forest commemorative stamps. Okay. Are there any stamps in there? There are not. Hang on. So there's this. And then there are these from the National Postal Museum. These are actually can be used. They can be used. You would buy these from the National Postal Museum, these postcards of the original stamps, but they could actually be used as postcards because they were imprinted with the 8-cent stamp, which at the time. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 postcards plus this additional 5 postcards of that can be actually mailed, although now it's more than 8 cents, of the original stamps. Running that now. It's kind of neat because it also has information about each one. When it was like, this is Jacques Cartier, issued in 1854. This is Queen Victoria, issued in 1857. Gentlemen, thank you so much. There's the beaver. 1851. I think the first one is this one, right? The penny black. Oh no, this is 12 pence. So not this one. Thank you, gentlemen. That's coming to you. That's a fun collection. Fun collection, gentlemen. Thank you. Okay, what else do we have in this box? These are not books, so they have to go over here. Those were not books. Dream Spinners, No Girls Allowed, a pattern for a 32-inch doll with clothes. Look how cute that is. 32-inch doll with clothes. Let me just double check the weight. Yeah, we're good. Running that now. It's the pattern for a 32-inch doll with clothes. Look at how cute the dolls are. That is so neat. I love doll making. I miss doll making. I need to get back into it. ALR, thank you so much. In my spare freaking time. Maybe when I retire, that's what I'll do. Thank you, ALR. Okay, we've killed another box. Another box that's bit the dust. So let's switch over to this box that has some miscellaneous stuff, including some children's books. So we're going to switch over to children's books for a bit. And you know what? Let's see. I'm going to do a test run. I'm going to promote my show for, oh my God, 2020 review promotion. Wait. For 30 minutes. Go. I'm just curious about something. Hello, Recycling Dad. All right. For fun and giggles, I'm going to promote my show and see if it's only US people that come in or not. All right. Animal Friends. Barnyard Jamboree. Aw, this is so cute. Little board book. Actually, no, it's damaged. Never mind. We're not going to sell the damaged stuff. Ooh, Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy Little Look and Find book. This one sounds like fun. You have to try and find all of the characters. Ooh, this would keep kids occupied for a minute or two. It's like a Where's Waldo or search puzzle book. That's kind of fun. All right, small. This goes in small. Boop, boop. We're going to knock these kids' books down to $1. $1 for the Guardians of the Galaxy book. Guardians of the Galaxy book. All these cool hunt and find. Thank you, ALR. That's coming to you, ALR. Next. Lift the flap. Okay. Nope, that's broken. Next. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. All right, just double checking nothing's missing. It has been pre-used. Old MacDonald, Dollarama sticker on it. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on this farm he had a duck, E-I-E-I-O. With a quack quack here and a quack quack there. Here a quack, there a quack. Everywhere a quack quack. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Yay! Okay, next. Oh, right. This little piggy. All right, no. That one's too messy. Fisher Price, Fly, Bounce, and Roll for 6 month plus. Things that move. Aw, look at that. It's a board book for 6 months plus. Things that move. Learn your words. I love it. Okay. Start auction. $1. Running now. Fisher Price for 6 months plus. Things that move. I love the illustrations. So cute. So adorable. Oh, this one's good. I like this because it's got eggs on it. It needs a bath though. It needs a bath and this is damaged. It's called 5 Funny Eggs. Once upon a chicken farm, Mother Hen goes to her barn and finds five eggs inside her nest. She clucks, "Who are these eggy guests?" Oh dear. It's an egg thing, so I have to like it as a rooster. Oh dear, these eggs do not look normal. These are not normal healthy eggs, lady. Okay. Yeah, that one's damaged. Oh, how many of us as parents had Elf on the Shelf? My stepkid is young enough that we did Elf on the Shelf with them. 2005. This was printed in 2012. It says first edition 2012, but I don't know. Elf on the Shelf. Elf on the Shelf Christmas tradition. Let me just double check the weight. Yeah, this needs to go up to medium. Pin. $1 on this. $1 for Elf on the Shelf. Elf on the Shelf is running now. Running now. Elf on the Shelf. All right. What else do we have in here? Oh, gosh. Grade 1 book giveaway. Chaiwala. Ooh. Chaiwala. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks for joining. We're going through books today. Next station, Jaipur. The train screeches to a halt. We have 10 minutes. Perfect time for chai. Ooh, cute. We're running some kids' books right now for just $1. If there's any books that you are interested in, let me know, and I'll let you know if we have them today. We're unboxing today. So feel free to check out the show notes and let me know if there's anything in particular you're looking for. We're just running through some books right now. What Santa Can't Do. I think Santa is like a dinosaur. What Santa Can't Do. Santa can't have cocoa without marshmallows. It was written in. Can I run the... Yes, absolutely. Thank you for asking, CB. Small book. Loki, get back. Get back, buddy. Chaiwala is running now. Such a sweet story. I love chai tea. I tried to make it myself, but it's not the same as when my friends make it. CB, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. That's coming to you. So what Santa can't do. Santa can't have cocoa without marshmallows. Same, Santa. Same. I feel you there. $1 for Santa. $1 for Santa. Can't have cocoa without marshmallows. He can't drive a car that would hurt the reindeer's feelings. Aw. He can't fly in airplanes that would really hurt their feelings. How cute is that? Aw. He can't wear Bermuda shorts and a t-shirt or sandals. That's adorable. Yeah, no, not that. That's been used. That's too dirty. I'm actually unboxing as we go. So, Dear Santa, this says. Dear Santa, with 4 sheets of paper and 2 envelopes. Does it? No, not anymore. There's no 4 sheets of paper and 2 envelopes anymore. But it's a cute little story. When Kit moves to a new house on Christmas Eve, he suddenly realizes... Hang on, let me just double check the weight. Yeah, we're okay. He suddenly realizes that Santa doesn't have his new address. What will happen to his presents? Maybe it's not too late to write another Dear Santa letter. Aw, that's so sweet. Dear Santa. Don't worry, it works out in the end. Spoiler alert. It works out in the end. Your first day of circus school. It does have some scudge on the front that needs to be washed, and it looks like there's a little bit of water damage right there. Doesn't seem to go in, but somebody has written on it. This is a used kids book. Oh, never mind. It's ripped. Ripped. Okay. Ooh, this one's a Disney one. This one's kind of cool. This one's more than just a kids book. This is Disney. In 2006, this is a Disney yearbook from 2006. I'm still going to run it for $1 because I said I would run all these kids books for $1, so we're going to count it as a kids book. 2006 Disney. Look how cute all this is in here. So this Disney yearbook from 2006, running now for just $1. It's got stories inside and activities and just sweet little things in here. It is so cute. Thank you, ALR. That's coming to you. 1, 2, 3. ALR. Thank you so much. Okay, what else do we have in here? No. Oh, there's another one about chickens in here. I just saw a chicken one. Okay, but first we have Christmas Counting board book for little kids and Christmas is Coming board book. Put that together as one lot. And small, switch back to small. Or put that together as one lot for $1. Christmas is Coming and Christmas Counting board books. Sweet little Christmas board books. How cute is that? Christmas is coming and Christmas counting. Aw. Okay, this one I think is, yeah, this one's in medium. Medium. This I'm going to run for $1 as well. This is Chicken Little by Sally Hobson. This one is Simon & Schuster, 1994. One morning an acorn fell on... So this is basically Chicken Little, but it's all illustrated with these great illustrations of the Chicken Little story. Hello, clucked Henny Penny. Where are you going in such a hurry? The sky is falling, cheep Chicken Little, and I must tell the king. Then I will trot with you, clucked Henny Penny. So off they went. And they went along, and they went along, and they went along. Spoiler alert. It's okay. The sky isn't falling. You're all right. Everybody's okay here. Nope, not that one. It's broken. Ooh, a Barbie book. Barbie, I Can Be a Teacher. What this book is about. Barbie, I Can Be a Teacher. Reading, writing, math, and art. School is fun when Barbie is the teacher. This is a step 2 book, which is preschool to grade 1. Preschool to grade 1 Barbie book. This is a small. Oh, why do I have an itchy nose? $1 for Barbie. Barbie is running now. You can be a teacher. Barbie as a teacher. How cute is that? Good old Barbie as a teacher. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining. My name is Kim. I'm the Red Rooster. Every Wednesday, I go through books. I'm up in Canada, so if you're in the States, shipping is going to be a little bit more expensive, and it's coming by UPS. However, if you buy in bulk, you will get a cheaper rate on your shipping overall. So the more you buy, the better. So if you see something that doesn't sell and you're interested, let me know, and I'll make a bundle for you so that your shipping can be less arduous. This is, oh, this says Sticker Dolly Dressing Book. Hang on. Did the stickers actually get used? No, the stickers do not appear to be used. Okay. All right, good. So there's stickers in here, but there's, yep, they're all still here. The stickers are all still in place, it looks like. Yeah, surprise pages 4 and 5. Yes, so the stickers are all still in here for this Sticker Dolly Dressing the Nutcracker. I'm just going to move this up to medium, and I'm still going to run it for $1. Still has all the stickers in the back to put on your and do your dressing up. It's so sweet. For each one of the pages. CB, thank you so much. That's coming to you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, bending over is a chore. CB. Okay. CB, that's coming to you. Thank you so much. All right. Next box. New box. New box. Let's see what's in here. It looks like a mishmash. This is another one that I just got last week from the auction. So I haven't had a chance to look through it. So this is going to be our first chance to go through it together. So I have no idea what's in here or what state it's in or anything. So we're going to be running low starts. This is all mystery to me. Okay. This is Skinner's Trail by Quentin Jardine. First, the joyous birth of Skinner's son. A gangland killing sets Edinburgh's police chief on a deadly quest. Now, one page, as you can see, is ripped here. It's still there, but it's ripped. And it looks like 265. Yep, we're good. It's not, there's no pages missing. It's just that one page got ripped. All right. So, I can put this down to small. Yes, small. Right. And you know what we're going to do? Hang on. I'm just going to edit down. I'm going to do a whole bunch at just $1 because I can. $1. Some of these are not in the greatest condition, So I'm just going to make my life easier by running them at $1. 10 seconds for this one about Edinburgh's police chief in a deadly quest. Skinner's Trail. Next one is John Grisham, the Racketeer. It's not in perfect condition. John Grisham, the Racketeer. In the history of the United States, only 4 active federal judges have been murdered. Judge Raymond Fawcett has just become number 5. Ooh. All right. That one is running now. Running now. John Grisham, the Racketeer. Okay. The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. This one's definitely been well loved in school because it's got 2 different names in it here. Yeah. So The Outsiders. I didn't have to read this in school, but some of my other friends did. Ponyboy can count on his brothers and on his friends, but not on much else besides trouble with the socks. A vicious gang of rich kids whose idea of a good time is beating up greasers like Ponyboy. Oh, that one's in rough shape. Pokemon, I Choose You. This is also not in perfect condition. Pokemon, I Choose You. From 1999. Someone won Outsiders. Did someone win? Gentlemen, you won. Thank you. I didn't notice that. I apologize, gentlemen. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you, CB, for noticing. I love you. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay. Pokemon, I Choose You from 1999. Pokemon, I Choose You from 1999, running for $1. I choose you. Cute little story. Thank you, CB. That's coming to you. CB. Thank you so much. Okay. How are we doing for time? We're good for time. Okay. Oh. Lullabies for Little Criminals, 10th Anniversary Edition. We are okay for weight. Lullabies for Little Criminals, 10th Anniversary Edition. Yeah, as you can see, it's been bent. It needs to be straightened back out again. And there is some water damage. Can you see that? On the corner there. So Heather O'Neill is a Canadian novelist. This is a Canadian novel. Heather O'Neill's critically acclaimed debut novel with a new introduction from the author to celebrate its 10th anniversary. Baby, all 13 years old, is lost in the gangly, cloddish moment between childhood and the strange pulls and temptation of the adult world. Okay. This one is... Okay, that one can go later. All right, we have 2 magazines here. Tom Cruise, from 1992, U.S. Magazine with Tom Cruise, and also 1991, People Magazine with Liz and Larry's, I should say, Liz and Larry's wedding with the King of Pop in attendance because she was bestest friends with running those both for $1 together. $1 together for the U.S. Magazine from 1992 and People Magazine from 1991. All right. What else do we have here? Student textbook, ClassLink, HomeLink, and CarLink included. Learning manual, exercises, graphics, and tables for driving school courses. Brisa on Wheels program? I don't know. Brisa on Wheels program. 2017. I have not had to learn how to drive a car in a long time, so I don't know. I'll run this for $1 as well, because I'm in a mood for $1 these days. So all about, I guess there's a computer program, video program that teaches you how to drive for driving schools, and this is all the information about it. Very specific. This is very beat up, but it is New Kids on the Block. It's very, very beat up. New Kids on the Block. This is fall 1990. I guess this is the number one. Like, it doesn't have a number. It just says New Kids on the Block. So inside, the cover's all beat up, but inside, New Kids on the Block. Let's go down to small for this one. Small, and we're going to run that for $1. Ooh, New Kids on the Block comic book. The cover's all beat up, but inside the illustrations. I feel like I want to make pins out of all these illustrations of New Kids on the Block. I'm putting it up there. All right. Let's grab some more of these out of here. This is such a mishmash of things. Oh my gosh. All right. The cover on this is messy, but it's interesting. So cover needs a clean. This is 642 Things to Write About by the San Francisco Writers Grotto from 2011. Hi, Melody. 2011. 642 Things to Write About without asking ChatGPT for some writing prompts. You have a book. You do not need to ask a robot to give you prompts. This has 642 writing prompts that you can use instead and save yourself some time fighting with ChatGPT to get it to listen to you. Ooh, As the Crow Flies, a first book of maps. It's a children's book about maps. How freaking cool is that? 1993. A child's book of maps. Let me just double check the weight. Yep, we can go back down to small. All right, children's book, running for $1. Maps, they help you get where you want to go. People use road maps to find their way. Come and follow each of these animals as they show you their favorite ways to go. Oh, CB, there is a rip here. I just discovered it as I opened it. So if you do want to cancel, let me know. This is small book number 12 if you want to cancel. I just saw it. It's okay? All right, sorry. I just opened it up and saw it and felt it. I was like, ah! All right. Thank you, CB. Thank you, CB. It's a very cool book. Up there it goes. Okay, what else do we have here? There's like a mishmash. Oh, Scaredy Squirrel Visits the Doctor. I'm going to look at the dog, Scott. Warning, Scaredy Squirrel insists that everyone check their heartbeat before reading this book. It actually says that at the beginning. How cute is that? Scaredy Squirrel Visits the Doctor. And it's all information about what's going to happen in the doctor's office. This is perfect for kids who are worried about going to the doctor. Running now for $1. Scaredy Squirrel Visits the Doctor. It was such a look at these illustrations. Don't worry, Scaredy Squirrel. You have it at home? I love that. I love that so much. All right, what else is in here that's smaller? That can go over there. The heck is this? It's a battery. It's a phone battery. Randomly in the box. Okay, all right. Let's get through these other ones. All right, here we go. This is a medium pin. Medium book. Kevin Trudeau, Natural Remedies. Going to do this for $1. Natural Remedies. Natural cures they don't want you to know about includes the natural cures for more than 50 specific diseases. Don't try this at home. Start auction now. $1. Are you aware that the overwhelming majority of what you eat every day is poisoning you? Do you know that the medical profession, in partnership, blah, I can't even speak. I think this is like a Maha book. Okay. Get out of my life, but first, could you drive me and Cheryl to the mall? It does have some sticker residue here that needs to be cleaned up. A Parent's Guide to the New Teenager. It needs a bath on the back here. 2002. So Parent's Guide to the New Teenager. In this revised and updated edition of his best-selling guide to raising adolescents, Dr. Anthony Wolf, hang on, let me just double check the weight. Yeah, I can go back down to small. Dr. Anthony Wolf tackles the changes of the past decade with the same wit and compassion of the original. So, get out of my life, but please, can you first drive me to the mall? A guide to the new teenager, which things are even have changed a bit since then. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining. If you're from the States, shipping is more expensive unless you buy in bulk. If you buy in bulk, then shipping does go down. But otherwise, you're going to see the shipping and have a little mini stroke. But shipping does go down. The true story of a boy who refused to speak until a therapist's love broke through the silence. Murphy's Boy by Tori Hayden. This is in medium. Switch to medium. Boop, boop. $1, because it is a little on the beat up side on the cover. But it's the story of when Tori Hayden first met 15-year-old Kevin, he was barricaded under a table. Aw, poor kid. Murder by Month Mystery. Knee High by the 4th of July. A Murder by Month Mystery. It does have some coffee staining on it. Seems like the frontispiece is missing. Let's see. Yeah, we're good. Same weight category. Let's do this one for $1 too, since it's got coffee. Mira's quirky puppy love for Chief Winaga, a well-muscled fiberglass statue in her Minnesota small town, might be a safer love pursuit than online dating. Did I actually run it? I already ran it. Done. Okay. How about the New Testament and Psalms from Gideon's? I think this is the one that was in the that they put in the. Is this the same one? Is this the one they give out at schools, or is this the one that they put in the hotel rooms? It does look like the hotel room one. So here's a hotel room book to read that someone. I mean, I guess you can keep it. I guess that's part of the thing, is you could take it with you, and they'll put another one in. So in case you don't have a chance to go to a hotel to grab one. Actually, the last time I went into a hotel, they didn't have one of these in. I always look, because when I was a kid, I used to love to look, and if I had nothing left to read, I would read the Bible. Yeah, I was one of those kids. I desperately needed to read something. This is what, yep, this is medium. Now, for some reason, don't ask me. It's like it was too close to, I don't know. It's not burnt. It just looks burnt. Berserk, B-Z-R-K, by Michael Grant, the New York Times bestselling author of Gone. I don't know. It's a book. It's a book. We're just going to run it. We're going to run it, and we're going to run it for $1, because I don't know anything about this book. Berserk. Hey, Collecto Cards, what's up? What's up? What's up? All right, what else is in here? No, this one's too damaged. Oh, God. Ripley's Believe It or Not. Ripley's Believe It or Not book. From who knows what year. Oh, it's falling apart. Never mind. Over it goes there. Okay, that's it for that box. We made it. We made it through another box. We only have one more box to go, folks. And this last box is the Jewish stuff. And spirituality and Bible stuff and that sort of thing. Oh, first, using photos and mementos and treasures to create artful displays, creating personal shrines. This is a whole crafting guide to creating your own mixed art medium personal shrines. This one I won't run for too little. This was written in 2006. So different types of little shrines, and you don't have to make shrines out of this. You can make your own little mosaics and stuff. It just gives you some ideas of crafting personal shrines. This is still in medium. I'm going to run this for $5. $5 for the Crafting Personal Shrines book. It's very specific, but very interesting. All kinds of great ideas in there. Okay. Let's pull out some of these books. This is the last box of the day, and it is all, as far as I can remember, it is all or mostly Jewish religious books. Ooh, there's somebody's congregation ticket for Melissa Lipovsky. No way. Seriously? I know her. Or I know another Lipovsky. That's hilarious. I'm just going to move that over. This is a high holiday prayer book. It's in really good condition, actually. High holiday prayer book in English and Hebrew. And we will run that for $3. High holiday prayer book running now. High holiday prayer book running now. Alrighty. Where am I going to put this? I'm going to put the pile over here because I want to keep those all together. Hunter and Hunted, Human History of the Holocaust. This is the part of the B'nai B'rith series. And this was written in... Am I going to find the darn page? No? Yes. 1973. 1973. Hunter and Hunted, Human History of the Holocaust. Double check the weight. Yeah, we're good. Start auction now. 10 seconds. Hunter and the Hunted, Human History of the Holocaust. Actually, I'm not going to open up just in case there are pictures. Do not want to trigger anyone. Okay. Marriage. Ooh, the Popular Judaica Library by Jewish Publication Society of 1973. This is all books about marriage. Marriage and a book about marriage, not books, plural. Book about marriage. Small. I'm going to run this for $1 because I can. $1 for the book about marriage. I think the dog is about to lose his mind in a second because I think that yep. So if the dog starts barking, it's just because our produce has just been delivered. High Holiday Prayer Book, another High Holiday Prayer Book. And that's going to go in medium. And we'll run this one for $2. Running now. High Holiday Prayer Book. Alrighty, no worries. Next up, we have The Holy City, Jews on Jerusalem. Another part of the B'nai B'rith Jewish Heritage Classics series. This is an anthology of relevant passages from the entire range of Jewish literature from biblical times to the present. Michael Grant Berserk. Yes, hang on. Let me find that. Thank you for asking. Just have to... There it is. Michael Grant Berserk. Yes. Yes, gentlemen. Thank you for asking. Gentlemen. That's running for $1 right now. Berserk. Thank you so much for asking. Gentlemen, that's coming to you. Thank you so much. Gentlemen. Thank you, thank you. And now you've unlocked Nest. You've got even more coupons. All the coupons are yours to be had. Okay, so the Holy City. The Holy City, Jews on Jerusalem. This would have been from the 70s as well. And this is the history in literature of the Holy City. Running now. I'm gonna actually reduce the price on this. I'm in a mood. I'm in a mood to reduce prices today. $2 for the whole Holy City. Just in case anyone's interested. Running it again. I just feel like $2 today. I'm in a mood for lower prices. All right, what else do we have? We have The Flagship Hope, Aaron Lopez by Lloyd Alexander. Ooh, what's this one about? Covenant books are a new and fascinating series designed to take young people on an adventurous expedition into the realms of Jewish experience. Threatened with prison or death at the hands of the Inquisition because he refused to deny his faith, Duarte Lopez escaped from Lisbon in 1752 and sailed to Newport, Rhode Island, where he regained his Hebrew name Aaron, first step in his struggle to find himself as a man and a Jew. In Newport, Lopez became the boldest of merchant ship owners. That's so cool. That's a cool history. I like that. All right, running that now. This history of this man who escaped the Spanish Inquisition and ended up in Newport, Rhode Island, and became a famous merchant shipper. Merchant shipman? Merchant ship. You know what I mean. A Treasure for My Daughter, a handbook for the Jewish home, is being published because many homeowners ask for such a book. This editor has for many years connected with girls and young women's organizations. Aw, so this is like, oh, and look at all the recipes. All the recipes that have been put in here, marked at the Passover dinner section. That's where the bookmark is. So we're going to leave the bookmark right there. There is a cute little hole where there was a little bookworm, which to me actually I think is adorable. I love bookworm holes, but that's just me. Is that a book? Is it a hole, or is it just a mark? No, it's a mark, like a stain. So as she was cooking, oops, the weight scale gave up on me because I was talking too much. Okay, A Treasure for My Daughter, and it includes all these sweet little recipe clippings in here too. A Treasure for My Daughter, a guide for women running a Jewish household. These are so cute. Okay. The Sephardic Tradition, Ladino and Spanish Jewish Literature. Ooh, this is another one in this B'nai B'rith series of literature. We'll run this one now for 10 seconds. And this is the last box for today. Last box for today is mostly this box of Jewish things, but there's more in here. There's a lot. The Mishnah, Oral Teachings of Judaism, selected and translated by Eugene J. Lipman. Let's just double check the weight on that. Yeah, we're still good. So this is another one in this B'nai B'rith series of this is Oral Teachings in Judaism. All right, no worries, don't worry, there's more. But wait, there's more. Oh gosh, this is heavy. What's this? Oh, that's cool. Sorry, I will get to you guys. Hang on. Just got to bring some more books up. Living with the Bible. Israel's most famous general explores the archaeology of the Holy Land and reinterprets familiar Bible stories in a new light. I'm not Dobby. I'm not. I bought a whole bunch of stuff from an estate sale, and there were books and books and books from this one lady who was Jewish. So she had a lot of Jewish books, and I got a few boxes of them. You are? That's so cool. Yeah, she was such a, like, I loved everything she had in her house. She had the best taste, and she had the most interesting art. So this one, I was introduced to the stories of the Bible as a boy, like all children born in the land of the book. So begins this charming and very special recreation of some of the most dramatic events in the Old Testament, as well as portraits of many of the Bible's most fascinating characters. So there you go. I love this. Okay, this is £2, so it's over medium. It is a large and in charge book. And we're going to run this one for $2 as well, because I can. $2 for Living with the Bible, with stories and pictures from Jerusalem, Israel in there. I love that. Okay, next up. This one is heavy as well. Let me just double check the weight. Yep, this is extra large. Hang on one second. Extra large and in charge. I will run this for $3. This is the Junior Jewish Encyclopedia. Now, please note, from Jewish migrations in the 20th century. It actually has a map of Jewish migrations of the 20th century, where everybody went. And this was published in 1959, this particular edition. So this is a Junior Jewish Encyclopedia. So many interesting. Oh my gosh, I would love to read this. Okay. 10 seconds running now for just $3. Junior Jewish Encyclopedia from 1959. 1959. All right. Next up, this is, I'm going to put this in with King Solomon. The Stories of King Solomon, and I've put in with it a poster of the order of the Passover dinner. Just in time for Passover. This is a children's book, children's storybook, with illustrations of the story of King Solomon. Illustrations by Seymour Kaplan. Let me just double check the weight on this one. We're back down to medium. Pin. Run 10 seconds for Stories of King Solomon. Running now. There we go. With illustrations in it. Fascinating. We're going to get to the bottom of this box. Okay. The Passover Haggadah. I don't know if I probably didn't say that right. All the information about Passover in here. And I love how pretty that is. That is gorgeous. This can go in small. Pin. I'm going to run that for $1. The Passover Haggadah. All right. By way of deception, a devastating insider's portrait of the Mossad. Ooh, that sounds actually really fascinating to read, by Claire Hoy and Victor Ostrovsky. And when was this written? When was this written? Oh, there's an erratum in there. 1990. 1990. $2. When I was elated when I was chosen and granted the privilege to join what I considered to be the elite team of the Mossad, but it was the twisted ideals and self-centered pragmatism that I encountered inside the Mossad, coupled with this so-called team's greed, lust, and total lack of respect for human life, that motivated me to tell this story. Ooh. Oh dear. That doesn't sound like it's part of the teachings. Reason and Hope, selections from the Jewish writings of Herman Cohen. Another B'nai B'rith series from the 1970s. With, what's in there? What's this? This book, published originally by W. W. Norton, is now published and distributed by the Viking Press. Good to know. We'll leave that in there so someone else can know that. Running that now for $2. Reason and Hope. Selections from the Jewish writings of Herman Cohen. Right. Sorry. We're nearly there. The Holy Scriptures. The Holy Scriptures. Now, the binding is a little loose here. This was owned by Melissa. These, yeah, it even has her telephone number. Okay, it won't work now. 9th printing, 1976. 1976, The Holy Scriptures. And this is going to be extra large. It is very heavy. Pin. We're going to run that for $2. Running now. The Holy Scriptures. Let me just left to right. There we go. Right to left. Okay. What else do we have here? Story of the Synagogue for Children. The book is a little bent, as you can see. It needs to be weighed down to bend it back again. So this is the story of the Synagogue for Children. We're going to go into medium pin. We're going to run that for $1 because it's a children's book, and today I'm doing children's books for $1. Here we go. Children's book about the synagogue, running now for $1. The illustrations are great. All right. 5 more books, not 4. What is this weight? This is in large pin. All right. The Soncino Books of the Bible with pointed Hebrew text, English translation, and verse-by-verse commentary in English, complete in 14 volumes. Wow. Holy cow. Okay. Even if you are not Jewish and you are Christian, these are the things that Christian scholars read as well. Because you learn a lot. Run that for just $2. $2 for this Books of the Bible. It is absolutely packed with the Hebrew, and then the English translations, as well as English commentary. All right. Precious Legacy, Judaic Treasures from the Czechoslovak State Collections. Wow. The Czechoslovak State Collections. This is going to be gorgeous inside. Oh my goodness. How cool is that? Okay, the collection of let me just run this, $2. The collection of the Czechoslovak State Jewish Museum in Prague is a unique repository of historic artifacts, artistic rarities, and cultural memories. And it's all in here. So gorgeous. Look at that. So neat. Look at that one. Holy cow. Did you miss any other history books? We had a lot of different books. Little Big Town. ALR. We're currently in the midst of some Jewish books. This is all Jewish related in some way. And we're down to the last 3 books for today. Can't think of any. Let's see. I'm just going to look in the most recent pile. No, because we ended up in a lot of children's books for a bit there. We were wading through children's books like this. It's all right, Little Big Town. You know I'm going to do it again and again and again and again. Heroes of Jewish Thought. This one is a medium book. The last 3 books to go before we finish for today. Heroes of Jewish Thought. Is this a children's book? Oh, there's some notes in here. All right, I'll put this back. It seems to be a biography about somebody, but I don't know if it's a biography of the author or what. I don't know. 1965. It's not really a children's book, but this one is heroes of Jewish thought, so historical thinkers of Jewish history. Heroes of Jewish thought from 1965. How cool is that? ALR, thank you so much. That one is coming to you. ALR. Okay. Whoop. Okay. Last two. This one is Massill's Linear School Bible, the Book of Joshua. There we go. And it is loose. The binding is loose, but it's so it's got the Hebrew on one side and the English on the other. And this is a scholar's book of the Book of Joshua. So this goes in small because it's lighter weight. And we're just going to run it for $1 since it's a school book. Book of Joshua, scholar's book. And then the last one of the day, last one today, is another Holy Scriptures from 1955. One of the pages is loose, but the Holy Scriptures from 1955, Volume 1. This is very loose. This is loosey. Never mind. It's too loosey-goosey. It's too loosey-goosey. Okay, so that's it. We're done. We are done. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you, everybody, for your purchases. I had a lot of fun, as always, with all of you. I'm just going to boop, boop. There we go. So let's rate into somebody and give them some love. Let's see who's on right now, who's Canadian. Nana's Nifty Thrifting is on. She's only got 2 people in her room, so we're going to go there and just hang out. Show some love and then go wherever you want. Thanks so much for hanging out. I will see you again tomorrow. We're going to open up some more boxes of stuff and see what we've got.